Hey y'all, we're gonna get us a reading for the sign of Pisces. As you know, I've already began my pre-shuffle before I press the record button, so I'm gonna cut this deck and I'm gonna shuffle this deck, and we're gonna get into it with the main energy for the sign of Pisces. Alright, now Pisces, bottom of the decks, we have divine, feminine, and curious. So somebody is curious about a divine feminine. They're thinking about taking a leap of faith towards someone. Somebody may be starting something new, you know, being adventurous again and deciding to go ahead and be a free spirit when it comes to them taking risk or something like that. This divine feminine energy is somebody who's in hermit mode. So this divine feminine might be in isolation right now. Somebody is doing some type of soul searching or introspection. They're doing some healing. And again, it's really giving me that you're sparking the curiosity of people. Now, first card out, we have spiritual war or attack. So always, Pisces, always under spiritual attack or spiritual war. Somebody might have some type of dynamic going on where they have somebody in their energetic field trying to move things around. This is an unfriendly energy because you've seen the way it came out. So yeah, somebody actually lacks direction. They're pretty stagnant in their energy. I'm hearing that this is quite old. Something somebody's been doing. You have a Leo, so this might have something to do with a Leo, or you might have Leo highly aspected in your chart. Also, Leo is 5th house energy, so this might have something to do with your creativity or something that you're manifesting. You got showing love in the reverse, so that's the issue with a situation. Somebody is not showing love. They're actually quite filled with hate. That may be something that you became enlightened about this person. It's something about you nurturing a person, pouring into them or something like that, and the energy not being reciprocated. You have fuel, so that may have fueled you to go in a different direction, or that may have, you know what I mean, boosted you or something like that to more so seek some type of happiness or some type of joy, fulfillment in a situation. You have coming into balance. So it's given that whatever it was that you had to deal with was a fated event. Something is now coming into balance with you. You have alchemist in the reverse. So that's something that cannot be changed about a situation. This balance that is being brought to the forefront. That's giving me something just has to be as is. That was something somebody wasn't expecting to happen. You got cause and effect, though. So that's justice for some type of cause and effect energy. This is more so somebody reaping what they have sown. Them getting out of a situation what they put into a situation. This person may have stepped on your toes in many different ways and still trying to step on your toes. You know what I mean? In the divine, your spirit seem like bag. You know what I mean? Type energy. I don't know. But all right. So what is this spiritual war or attack about for Pisces? You have work it out. So somebody is fighting with you because you don't want to work something out with them moving forward. This may be something that you don't want to fix on the physical, so somebody is trying to spiritually attack you or something like that. It really gives like somebody wants to work with you with some type of integration, yeah, of energy due to you being a high priestess. So it's something about you holding some type of high spiritual rank. Some type of divine guidance. But again, you hold some type of sacred energy. It's something with the protection. You have sacred. Look, what did I say, baby? You hold some type of sacred energy. And it's something with the protection that comes along with that. You have expansion, selective, impulsive. So with the sacred energy, it's something about you being very abundant. You being very nurturing. You're able to give life, bring life. And with this expansion is just something that comes along with the territory. It's something about you, again, like I said, making things grow. You're able to capitalize on things, upgrade situations, upgrade people. It's something about you being like walking karma. And with this selective energy, it's something about you being very specific. You know what I mean? You're not just all over the place with your energy. It's specific things that you more so is giving like a had to endure or have to endure in order to walk the path that you walk. And it's giving something of patience, something of moderation, like you being very, you know, with the temperance card, like even out, because it's ending some type of impulsive energy that you had where you would more so make decisions out of haste. You would jump into things because you're fueled by passion and different stuff like that. Like, and you know, passion can be a good thing, but it's something with the way you was moving, baby. What's this high priestess energy about? You have a Gemini in the reverse and roller coaster. So, this could actually have something to do with a Gemini. You know, they had some type of roller coaster energy, some type of up and down energy that they wish to work out with you. Or this could also have to do with your third house energy, which is going to be your house of communication. You know, it's the way you learn, the way you speak. It also has to do with traveling and different things like that. You know, Gemini is the natural messengers. They the natural travelers. So with this roller coaster energy, it's really giving me somebody may have wanted to create some type of blockages, or they're having some type of blockages when it comes to communicating with you. Due to whatever this roller coaster energy is, somebody can't anchor something in. They can't balance it out. Something is very up and down, in and out. Give me more on this roller coaster. Communication in the reverse. Yep. Somebody may be at odds right now with another individual. Maybe not speaking. No contact. Something has went dormant. It's went silent. You have a Scorpio. So a Scorpio might play some type of role in this situation, or this could be 8th house energy dealing with death and regeneration, the ending of cycles, only for new cycles to begin. What is this Scorpio energy? You got rude in the reverse, so somebody is not being rude. They're extending some type of respect. It's giving somebody has some type of inner knowing or something like that, like they're trusting it. So again, with this in and out energy is really giving me that you may have decided to cut off communication with somebody or something like that, and you close out a cycle only to start a new cycle. Minus this rude energy. That was too many. What's this rude in the reverse? You got a copycat energy. So somebody may have tried to bend like you, wanted to more so copy. It's something with your morals, the structure that you have, the control that you have, the power that you have, the authority. And this may have something to do with somebody's childhood or their upbringing. They never really had, it's something about identity, self-identity. It's something with them not having an identity, or them having some type of issues when it comes to their identity. And it has a lot to do with the way that a person was taught. But you have purgatory. So somebody may have went through some type of painful experiences as a child or something like that. They felt like they were being punished when it came to their younger years. So they adopted the trait of like copying. It's something about soaking up, and then you know how you have some people that really don't learn, they just regurgitate information. Look, hidden enemy. So that's why somebody is not being friendly, due to them being a hidden enemy that want to work something out. You were suddenly made aware of the fact that this person was actually a hidden enemy, even though you may have even been in the process of working something out with somebody. You have the Sun card that may have been illuminated to this person that you were some type of high priestess. It's something with some type of energy that you carry, your divine knowledge. Now, that was Aquarius that had flipped over. I decided to flip it back over. We gonna see. But something was illuminated to this person that you actually was a high priestess, or you had some type of inner knowing or something like that. It's something with this all is well energy. Due to a cycle coming to completion, something reached wholeness, it closed out. And again, it closed out with you being in isolation and being this high priestess energy. What is this Sun card? You got Sabotage and Minds. So with this Gemini energy in the reverse, it's something where somebody wanted you to sabotage, you know what I mean, an opportunity, like mess something up for yourself when it came to this sacred energy, this divine knowing. It's given somebody may not have said something when it comes to this communication in the reverse, or something when it came to choices, availability, options was more so given to you. And with this Mind's energy is really giving me that what was just in a situation is that up and down, back and forth energy when it came to somebody's stability, their ability to anchor something in and make it grow. Like, that needs to go to its rightful owner. Like, that energy is not yours. Look, conflict and battle in the reverse. So again, when you cut off whatever type of communication that you had with this person, it ended some type of conflict or battle. It's given that somebody didn't know how to respond, or they didn't know how to act or something like that. It's something with a response, like they need you engaged. I guess it's like how my grandmother used to always say, a person ain't gonna argue with theyself. You know what I mean? Here, if you sitting and you responding, then you giving them somebody to argue with. They only gonna argue with themselves for so long before they shut up. You learn to shut up. You know, I had to work on that, because baby, that last word, that belonged to me. That was mine. I was something else as a child. But now you got Anubis in the reverse and listening. And you know, Anubis is leader of the underworld. So with it being next to the Scorpio energy, again, something ended. It's something about a battling of hearts or something like that. Something ended. And with this listening energy is giving that somebody, they're desiring to listen to something of a more gentle tone. It's something about influence, persuasion, somebody being persuaded in a certain direction. What's this listening energy? You have master level experience in laughing. See, so it's something with like this copycat energy. Listening, master level experience, copycat, laughing. So it's something with somebody not taking the prepping serious. It's something that, like the way that a person was taught, their upbringing, the different experiences that they had. With this laughing energy is really giving somebody belittled a person or caused some type of insecurities or something like that, and they thought that they had mastered. It's really giving like duplicating. somebody was placed in a position as a child where they were manipulated, they were dominated, and they felt like that was the way to go. You know, when they grew up to be an adult, those were the actions that they wanted to take. Manipulate, dominate, you know what I mean? But with this property in the reverse, like, somebody don't have ownership of you. With this 30 stance in the reverse, like, it's some type of weak connection. Look, mature, due to somebody being immature. So with this property in the reverse, you know, in this purgatory, it's like some type of hardships don't belong to you. Same as that roller coaster ride. So it's really giving somebody having to deal with, you know what I mean, their own stuff. Their own stuff, regardless of what energy it is that they sending towards you, who they send to you, how they send it to you, you know. It's just that. And then you got this Leo energy up here, you know, with this weak stance. You got 30 stance in reverse. So somebody is actually quite weak when it comes to this hidden enemy energy. They're not so hidden. Whatever it was, again, 5th house energy, which what they was trying to create, what they were trying to push, whatever it was that they was trying to manifest, that shit flopped. It flopped. Something ended. Something ended. And you're dealing with a person who don't like change. Very immature. That's what was illuminated. That somebody was immature when they was coming up against this high priestess energy. Somebody lack authority, lack guidance. It's something with them sticking close to an environment or a situation or people due to them being comfortable. And you have spell work here. So somebody may have used some type of spell work or something like that, toxic spell work, to sabotage this Gemini energy or sabotage some type of connection. That may be what somebody want to make a confession about, that they did something out of heartbreak or something like that. Yeah. Somebody want to let you know that it's some type of roller coaster ride energy that you may have had to experience in your life, that they more so was the cause of. And again, they actually heartbroken when it comes to them not being able to have this conflict or this battle with you, because you're not communicating with them no more. So it's given that it's some type of breakup or separation or divorce. Like, they don't know how to contact you, what you're doing, how to come at you. You got return to sender that just turned over. A return to sender. It was some type of death energy somebody sent out, or they was taught to send out, or something like that, which has returned to them with this heartbreak. Look, releasing and listening. Yeah, somebody's trying to pay more attention now. They're trying to balance something out, trying to be sensible about a situation. Releasing what? What's this releasing? You got successful when it comes to this master level experience. So it's something about somebody trying to gain a new perspective when it comes to their success level with this copycat. Somebody is not able to successfully be a doppelganger anymore. And it's something about them not owning you or not having possession over you. With this what in the reverse, somebody is not questioning. They're not questioning why somebody laughing or something like that. It's like somebody, it's something with you being happy, you being fulfilled, you being joyful. And somebody feeling a certain type of way about it. It's almost like they feel like you picking at them or something like that. Because it's something about you being protected, you not being in danger because somebody did something too much and now they being punished. It's like they involved themselves in places where they didn't have no business or something like that. Somebody should have left you alone or left well enough alone. But look, repeated patterns. You seen it jump out over there. They couldn't stop doing something. So it is what it is with this showing love in the reverse. Ain't nobody getting no love now. What's this showing love in the reverse? You got forward. Yeah, moving forward ain't no showing no love because that shit weak. It's something with you being fully aware that somebody is a hidden enemy. And again, you doing some type of soul searching. Somebody they feel this weak energy because they lack direction or something like that. Somebody is having troubles, you know. It's some type of harsh truths that they're trying to avoid. What's this forward? You got silly. Somebody was being silly and immature. That's what they've been enlightened about. That's what's been illuminated to them. Because again, you in this high priestess energy. And there's something about honest. Somebody happened to be honest when it comes to this spell work that they did. That they sabotaged some type of communication. Or some type of line. They messed it up when it came to balancing this out. Somebody was supposed to heal something, but instead they chose to be immature. You got cheater. Look, when it comes to the confession. So somebody in some toxic energy might want to give you some type of information or something. Confess. Again, with the energy, while the energy was so haywire up and down, not only was somebody doing spell work, but they was also cheating. Look, devil card, heartbreak. They being judged for this demonic energy that they was in, this toxic energy. Somebody bound to this heartbreak energy again, and it ain't nothing they could do about it. You got a rebirth. Came out sideways when it came to this return to sender. So somebody is stuck in some type of karmic cycle. They stuck in endings. It's something about this rebirth and isolation. What's this rebirth? Damn. Okay. You got siphoning in the reverse, liar, liar, soft no, moving in silence. So someone may have lied about being able to siphon your energy or take something from you. Somebody was trying to drain you of something. It's really giving like a get you stuck, but somebody lied about something when it came to, again, what they knew or some type of inner truth. And they ended up actually, like, somebody was made aware that a person was actually operating from their soft no energy. And with this moving in silence, that's what they was being quiet about. But that's also what they getting karma for, too. Repeated patterns. The refusal to grow. So with this siphoning in the reverse, somebody is releasing and listening. They done trying to take stuff from people that don't belong to them. It's giving somebody decided to be stuck in some type of mindset, and they was lying to themselves when they were saying that they was successful. Liar, liar. Master level, liar, liar. How the hell is you mastering copying somebody else? How is you mastering being somebody else? That's fake. That's being fake to the fakest degree of being fake. And in all actuality, they was really stuck in their soft node, and there was no question. That's what they made aware of. That's what's being brought to their attention. It's like somebody, they didn't understand. Again, there's a lot that was skipped over with this childhood energy. But either way it goes, somebody was moving in silence, keeping something to themselves, thinking that they was in the clear. They was out of danger when really they didn't have anything that belonged to them. It's some type of cleansing taking black somebody. It's really giving a being sat down. What's this fuel about? You got danger in a reverse with brick wall. So it's something with somebody being pushed to put some type of brick wall energy up going forward. It's really giving a separation or some type of cutoff energy. What's this brick wall? You got intuition on 10 and sudden change. So it's something that changed with somebody's intuition. With this silly energy. Somebody been made aware of something being very chaotic around them. Or somebody having some type of rebirth. And again, they don't have access to the different things that they had access to. And there's something with them With this intuition on 10, it speaks of somebody seeing a situation different than how they ever seen it before. And they happen to be honest now. It's something about them being truthful about this spell work, this toxic energy that they was in. I'm not sure if somebody was actually speaking things or I'm really getting sacrificing things and everything else. They was really in it to win it. But they done exalted all of their options. And now you got a cheater that's in the 7 stages of grief. But that's just for them. Due to the actions that they took, what's the 7 stages of grief? You got spiritual communication. Something that somebody kept to themselves when it came to some type of demonic communication. Yeah. It's something dark. They shadow self chosen when it came to this rebirth. Somebody was told that they were supposed to stop doing something with you because you was chosen when it came to this rebirth, and that this energy was going to be returned back to them. Only they weren't going to be able to come up out of the underworld. You got judgment in the reverse due to them not answering the calling. Somebody had some type of hidden information or harmful information. Some type of secrets or something like that. Falsified, altered, look, they lied. They was being fake when they said they was successful. In some type of structure or something like that, somebody tried to present themselves. They thought that they had something like to the T. They had it figured out. And they didn't. Look, purgatory. Because they didn't belong. Some didn't, it was not theirs when it came to the 6th sense energy. Somebody knew that they was in some type of karmic cycle. In their soft node. Their senses was telling them that. But they still tried to keep up with some type of flow and move in silence. Not say nothing. Not accept accountability. Not address anything. Hoping and praying that eventually something was going to come back into balance. And look. Now they exhausted. Due to this brick wall energy. Something is up. Something is weary, like they done used up everything they had. And again, they still at a brick wall when it comes to them moving forward. Somebody feel drained now. But that's karma for a situation. Because again, they had energy that didn't belong to them. You got knowledge and listen in the reverse. Did not belong to them. Something they was listening to didn't belong to them. A high priest. A high priest had some knowledge and they didn't listen. Or a high priest may have told somebody something and they didn't listen. Either way it goes, somebody is drained. Because even something done changed with this high priest energy. This high priest getting karma too. For some type of silly energy. It's like somebody chose to go against universal law. They chose to go against the divine. I don't know where they thought they was pulling their power from. But baby, they thought they had it. Knowledge. They thought they had the knowledge. To hell with listening. They had the knowledge. And that's where they failed at. That's where they failed at. They thought they knew everything that they needed to know when it came to this intuition on 10. They knew. Knew about intuition, knew about discernment. They knew about these gifts. They knew how to work it. And in all honesty, they only knew what they knew due to some type of spell work. Which sabotaged their authentic connection, their authentic communication that they had. And somebody didn't listen again, that they was going to end up in these 7 stages of grief. And that was going to be just. Because their spiritual communication was telling them to choose love. And instead they chose to be in some type of demonic energy. They had some type of love for some negative shit. Look. Instead of a divine feminine. They felt like they owned a divine feminine. They was laughing at this divine feminine. And the whole time this divine feminine ended up being chosen. Divine feminine went into isolation mode and came back out as something different. Something ended. A rebirth took place. That energy got returned back to exactly where it came from. Look, different way of viewing things when somebody feel like they ain't in trouble no more. With this judgment in the reverse. Yeah. Some of them been shooken up. Somebody don't know how to feel about a situation now. What's this different way? You got a whore, look. They weren't scared when it came to them being a whore or something like that. And somebody lied the whole time, falsified some type of information. Okay, so they wanted you in copycat energy too. They want to copy your energy so you copy theirs. Where in all actuality, they didn't care nothing about moving around in this floozy energy. Somebody was selling themselves for cheap. And something about the influence that somebody had just to, it's like a free for all. Just throw their energy on. I don't. Give me more with this whore. Ended, death, or horror. Something might be ended with a horror 6 cents. Due to them being in the South Node energy. Some type of toxic, self-destructive behaviors. Somebody did something in excess. They probably had some type of alcohol or addictions that they've been battling. Give me more. What does this death mean? Okay. You got guarded, Capricorn in the reverse, temptation. So it's something about a guarded flow when it comes to somebody moving in silence. You guarded against something. Somebody is not being honest about their position in their life right now either. And you got Capricorn in the reverse when it comes to this alchemist in the reverse. Somebody's work is being affected. Somebody done hit some type of brick wall energy at work. Or again, whatever work it was that they was doing when it came to them being this hidden enemy. Somebody stuck in some type of energy. And you got temptation when it comes to this high priest. So a high priest may have tempted another person, or somebody may have tempted a high priest. Some type of hidden temptation. Somebody was unfocused. Yeah, something was unknown and it changed. What's this temptation about? Somebody not being able to use you for your knowledge. So this high priest or somebody may have been the type of person that told somebody to destiny swap with you, or tried to get somebody to destiny swap with you. They told them they would be able to use your energy or use your knowledge or something like that. I'm hearing something about having a use for you even when you're useless or some shit like that. So that's making me feel like you disconnected from this person. They no longer had access to you or your energy. So then they tried to, again, like backdoor you to more. So that's where that siphoning come in at. But siphoning was in the reverse. They wasn't able to get nothing. It say stop and think for a moment when it comes to this not listening. So you might need to slow down and pay attention to the ins and outs of a situation, the way something is going. Just stop and thinking for the moment. Is somebody pausing to more so ground themselves in. But it's something that somebody didn't hear when it comes to these 7 stages of grief. You got currently happening and easily influenced. So what's currently happening is something with some type of loving energy that somebody has. It might be some type of authority figure or guardian or something like that, trying to speak to this person. It's something with them not supposing to battle some type of energy, some type of negative energy, but it's something with somebody being easily influenced, the emperor being easily influenced by a divine feminine. And it's really giving me, because for some of y'all, what I just heard is this divine feminine is somebody who used to be chosen. They're no longer chosen. And with this rebirth, they soul going back to the underworld with this Anubis energy and this Scorpio. It's something with somebody easily influencing a person, though. Getting them to listen to them, persuading them. What is this? You got fall in the reverse. So it's something with last fall and some type of structure. Last fall, you gained a different way of viewing things, or somebody gained a different way of viewing things. Leaving a situation behind or something like that. And with this structure, it's something with somebody just, again, with this free-for-all energy. Somebody being in some type of promiscuous energy. And again, them finding some type of power in that, some type of control in that. It's like they lied when they told themselves that they were going to be successful. This clean just came out sideways. It's something with somebody laughing because something don't belong to them again. And it's giving me some type of unclean energy, because this clean is coming right out next to ending and death. So somebody is definitely not clean when it comes to the sixth sense. It's giving somebody don't know how to protect themselves. It's something about a sensing danger or something. And it's mainly because I'm getting that somebody can't sense danger, because if they're stuck in their South Node energy, danger is South Node energy. So it's kind of like their frequency. The only thing that they're able to sniff out is something that's higher than them. They can't more so tell or seek the lower energies, because again, that's where they reside. And you got non-committal when it comes to this guarded energy. So it's giving me you viewing somebody as not being able to commit to, or you don't trust a situation or something like that with somebody. And they're the culprit. They're the reasoning why. It's their fault. It's their fault. You guard it. And it's something about you continuing to move in silence. You knowing as long as you keep things to yourself, you ain't got nothing to worry about. What is this cause and effect? You have relationship and marriage and repeated patterns. So it's something with somebody reaping what they have sown when it comes to the relationships that they have with people. And even marriage, this could be somebody who has been married before this Capricorn in the reverse. This may be the type of person that married solely for financial gain or something like that. But again, you have repeated patterns when it comes to temptation. So somebody is always looking for an easy way out, always easily tempted, always easily persuaded. So even this high priest energy, stuck. Somebody is stuck and they can't use you. They can't use the information that you have. It's really given that somebody was planning to use you against you. It's like they wanted to attack you, but then also siphon your energy to use the power to battle. Somebody here. They came up with an elaborate plan. I kid you not. It's like they really wanted you to collapse on yourself. But it's given that, I don't know, like you're protected. Because it's like I could see. Now I always say like I like Italy. I like the way that the buildings are and stuff. You know, the brick roads and they go between the buildings, and the buildings are real tall. It's like I could see a person walking down a path like that, and it's like the buildings are crumbling behind it, like collapsing behind the person. But it's not collapsing until the person has already made it through or made it past. So again, that's what I'm speaking on when I say your protection and stuff like that, because it's like it's so close yet so far. It's so close yet it'll never touch you. A speck of dust better not fucking land on you. Like it's different. And they thought that they were going to be able to use that to their advantage. They were going to trip you up, get you stuck back there while the shit was falling, and they was going to be able to make it out unscathed. But that never was going to happen. Look, hasn't happened yet with this moving in silence. So stop and think for a moment. Somebody ain't got their ears tossed completely up yet. They still ain't listening. Somebody going through some stages of grief. They might be in denial right now. Which is why they ain't came to the realization yet. But somebody is intentionally misusing the love that somebody has for them. It's something about using a spiritual communication in a toxic way. And they being exposed for being easily influenced by the devil. Intentional misuse to open the Empress, baby. They was trying to access you. Access your chosen energy. Somebody done been also exposed, though, for allowing another person to coach them into misusing their energy. And they getting karma too. You got family. Something may have been exposed or uncovered about a family last fall. Which got somebody viewing something from a different way. Look, liability. Like a situation. It's more so a liability. It's not an asset. Somebody is sacrificing something. They letting it go when it comes to this family. This may be an emperor again. Somebody who has some type of power. Somebody who felt like they was able to have their way. That was a lie. Somebody feels like they're responsible for a situation. Or, you know what I mean? It's like they just don't want the responsibility of it. Look, you got tip and it came out sideways when it comes to this cleaning. What's this tip about? Somebody trying to manifest how to fix some money. Abundance, see y'all? Somebody trying to do some type of soul searching to seek some type of guidance. They looking for a tip. Looking for help because something is unclean. How do they end this? Whatever it is that they got going on, all this chaos around them. How do they end it? Because again, they don't have the knowledge that they need. They don't have the knowledge that they need when it comes to this non-committal energy. Somebody don't know how to focus and go internal. And again, that's the reason why everything else is going haywire in their life. Not to mention this spell work that they did out here. Everybody involved crumbling. And somebody can't fake it till they make it no more. That was your read, Pisces.